One of my fondest memories growing up is around the door of my room. I had a little basketball hoop and a plastic ball, and I would love to sit on my bed and pretend like it was the final 3 seconds of Game 7 of the NBA championship and I was taking a final shot. I wanted to be a basketball player as I entered secondary school, but my parents had other ideas. I was not going to be this, but they wanted me to pursue a musical career. Okay, they said I have long, graceful fingers, and that would be ideal for the clarinet. So, beta, you are going to play the clarinet. Instead of MJ, I was going to be Squidward. So, I tried to rationalize to myself. After all the cool kids in my school were in the band, not the basketball team. I don't care what you've seen in American movies, American high school movies. Right? They're all in the band. All right. So I auditioned, and even though I was a bit underconfident, I got in. And that's when the surprising things happened. I got good. I got really good. For every hour I spent practicing my instrument, I saw tremendous improvement, and more and more and more, to the point that I became one of the best musicians in my school. And then I was invited to an all-California, all-state honor band where I met other musical misfits whose parents probably didn't allow them to try out for sports teams. We were all united in the experience of disturbing our neighbors at odd hours, honking our horns and tooting our clarinets. But this was an immensely enriching experience as a result of all my musical training. Now, to this day, I enjoy and I can dissect pieces ranging from Lata Mangeshkar, God bless her soul, to Mr. Worldwide, Pitbull himself. I can listen to a Pitbull song and kind of break down the melody, the counter melody, the beat, and think about the composition. So, what's the lesson here? Could this have happened with basketball? Honestly, probably not. I probably wouldn't have made it to an all-California, all-state basketball team. Ain't gonna happen. All right? Didn't have the talent. And that's an important ingredient. Remember, we talked about Ikigai in season 1. You can see the video right here. So if you want to find your Ikigai, that's a combination of your talent, your passion, what makes money, and what the world needs. But you got to start with your talent. What are you good at? What can you be the best in the world at? I mean, not the best in the world, but okay, the best in your context. And my parents had a knack for that. I got to give them credit. They knew what I would take to and where I could really succeed. So, thanks to them, I was able to find my musical Ikigai. Now, my parents were right about one more thing. Like many immigrant parents, they were terrified that my sister and me would lose our cultural rootedness to India. God forbid we become Firangis. Alright, so in order to prevent that, they put us in Chinmaya Mission classes. Now, Chinmaya Mission is this global organization promoting Indian and Hindu culture. We did everything from reading stories about the Ramayana and the Mahabharata to learning shlokas and the significance of pujas to studying the Bhagavad Gita. And this happened on Saturday afternoons. Now, there were 100 other things I wanted to do on Saturday afternoons, not to mention playing basketball, but I needed to spend 2-3 hours here every single week since kindergarten. Now, I wanted out, and I thought if I could disprove the principles of Hinduism that I was learning, maybe that would be my ticket to freedom. So I went out. I actually started reading other scriptures. In fact, I still have my copy of the sayings of the Buddha right here from high school. It has a bunch of notes in it. It's like in tatters. I also read the Bible and the Quran. I marched into my home and I told my parents I would not participate in pujas henceforth because I had become an enlightened Buddhist and I would not subscribe to this idolatry. I then even took the Bible to Chinmaya Mission class and I told my teacher, no, I'm going to accept Jesus Christ as my personal Lord and Savior. I even found contradictory passages in the Bhagavad Gita, comparing them with the Bible and the Quran. You can see my notes here, extensive notes. I went passage by passage. And I have to give Belanti credit, my teacher at Chinmaya Mission. She accepted everything. And she engaged with me, accepted in that she created a space in which we could critique, we could question, we could dialogue and debate. And through this process, she helped me embrace what we call the perennial philosophy. That a good practitioner of one religion is also a good practitioner of another. And there's wisdom we can accept from all different sources, different civilizations, different cultures. And this really formed the pillar of my personal philosophy or spirituality, this very interfaith ideal that has stayed with me to this day. So, what are the takeaways here? For me, it goes back to what Steve Jobs said in his famous Stanford commencement address. You can't connect the dots going forward. You can only connect them looking back and saying, oh, that's why things happened the way they did. All right, so now I'm much more embracing of new experiences as music and Chinmaya Mission taught me. I'm also much more appreciative of my parents. Look, they actually kind of do know me. They have great insight and they have my best interests at heart. And they made some pretty good bets, I gotta say. So I'm always keeping that channel of communication open. And I'm telling you, once you head off to college, you may miss them, because I certainly do. As the great Shah Rukh Khan said, God knows better, but Ma knows best. Thanks so much. See you in the next episode.